Let's move on to our first story, ladies and gentlemen. Leading member of the new Patriotic Party, NPP, Kweku Baako, who happens to be the Prime Minister of Ghana, has been in the talking trends this week. Kweku Baako tweeted, after 5 months of stalemate and bashing, the e-Levy after implementation is delivering only 10% of estimated revenues. And as you can see on your screens, that's his tweet from Mr. Kweku Baako, our Vice President or our Prime Minister. After 5 months of stalemate and bashing, the e-Levy after implementation is delivering only 10% of estimated revenues. Our revenues remain very low as compared to the rest of the world. Debt levels dangerously high. CD or Baumian CD, like most currencies, struggling against Joe Biden's dollar. Ladies and gentlemen, as Nanaba rightly put it, the chickens have come home to roost. And of course, back in the studio, we have with us the legendary Mr. Kweku Baako with us. Mr. Kweku Baako with us to talk about this whole stuff. Mr. Baako.
Thank you for... what's your name again?
My name is Obi Amponsa.
You're doing a good job.
Thank you so much. You're welcome to the House Show.
Thank you too for having me.
So what do you think? The e-Levy, were you...
It's all propaganda. It's all propaganda.
It's what?
Propaganda.
The e-Levy?
It's all propaganda because if you look at Chronicles, published in the year 1962, they say the land minister places feature on Bulgarian embassy land. That was also published by Chronicles. And all these were what? Propaganda by the PNDC government. That was ruled by NDC. And you see, all these things were caused by Nana Jimankunedu Rawlings, who was then the manipulator of Ghana's economy. I don't even want to go into what he did to me. I thought he did to me, and when he didn't know I was imprisoned by this woman. And a lot of people, they push the propaganda out that I can't give birth. And thank God now I have a 6-month baby on the way coming.
On the way. Is this going to be about the e-Levy?
There are facts here. Let me go. NDC as a party are a set of people that you don't actually have to listen to them because
NDC.
When they started, but a party that has a propaganda secretary. Like, what are you actually
Can we talk about the e-Levy and
we'll go to the e-Levy. E-Levy was actually predicted by the Nkrumah government through the British colony that Sir Gordon Gordonsberg actually passed the e-Levy to Nkrumah as baton. But Nkrumah, obviously, you know, they didn't rule for long,
the e-Levy
because
to
that time as baton, because there was a conversation going back, there was that like abattoir, and it became a baton. So people actually had issues. As you can see here, these are files that I took from Pastor Oya Okilome.
Pastor Chris. What has it got to do with e-Levy? I swear you first explain this. Well, what has it got to do with e-Levy?
He said when Goliath NDC.
How is this about NDC? When Goliath did what? Mr. Kweku Baako.
When Goliath of Gath taunted the armies of Israel, they fell helpless and intimidated. And until David showed up, David knew he would defeat them. So it's all propaganda in the Bible that NDC is actually preaching. And
the e-Levy, can you quickly talk about?
I'll quickly come to e-Levy. I'll sum it up right now. This is an envelope of bribery that they gave to Buzia during his time as governor and president of Ghana. And finally, this is another file that that time Hilal Liman, I have, when I was in prison, I brought, it's all propaganda. You see, Hilal Liman reported to office around what time? Hilal Liman 8:37. That was the time e-Levy was about to be passed during the Hilal Liman government. But NDC did a coup around that time.
Government?
Hilal Liman government. So that time you can clearly see that Ototobi Kwachi reported late to that very thing, to buttress my point.
Yeah, 8:15.
So now the book cover that was used to pass the e-Levy is also here. We put it in the middle spread and close it. Now we bring everything back. And now let me start explaining afresh. This is Coca. Shows gratitude to Asante Hene. It's all a propaganda that was established by Rollins and
all right, so that'll be it.
And interest rates on Momo loans to go up. That is also published by Vanguard. That is an NDC party. But I would not even talk about Kwame. When I met Sadia, my wife, that time during...
Yeah, that's it.
Kojo Kwachi's era.
Sadia comes in.
See this thing. There is nothing here, right?
Yes.
Yes. Nothing happened during NDC era around 96.
Okay, so the mobile money, as you all have realized, they say it's not yielding the required results. So we will just leave it and then thank you so much, Mr. Kweku Baako, for joining us in the studio.
Ototobi Kwachi's era, he wore a blue spectacle.
What is Ototobi? Why do you have to start with O? The thing is Totobi Kwachi. What is Ototobi?
It's a propaganda.
We'll be back